Hi there, Peculiar Gardener here, and I'm wide awake in the middle of the night thinking about my strawberry patch. In my own defense, I was awakened by my youngest Peculiar Gardener who's teething. Finally got her to sleep, and then I started tossing and turning in bed because I can't stop thinking about my strawberries. Very excited about it. So I thought I'd share with you, hopefully if I share, my brain will be able to shut down, I'll be able to fall back to sleep. So here are the things that I learned. There are actually 3 different types of strawberry plants. June bearing, July bearing, and August bearing. I'm getting easier than that. Mostly the June bearing and ever bearing are the 2 most predominant. June bearing are great for freezing. If you wanted to collect all your strawberries at once for freezing, you want to get June bearing. The everlasting also produces a high yield in June, but then after the high yield, it still produces here and there, I don't know how often, until August or until about the first frost, depending on your growing zone. So those are the types of strawberry plants I learned about. I also learned that strawberry plants really love acidic soil. Personally, I did not do a soil test. I probably should have. I kind of want to know what's going on in my soil, but I have my strawberry plants now, and I'm anxious to get them in the dirt. So knowing they love acidic soil, I don't think it's going to harm them if I add more acid to the soil. So here's my plan of action. I got myself some Biotin root starter, which it's just a good way to ensure your plant is getting adequate food and has its best start that it possibly can. It's granules, I'll show you when I plant it. And I also am really super excited about this new product called Holy Cow Compost. Check it out at holycowcompost.com. We just got that in our local nursery that I love so much. So I'm going to be using compost to amend the soil, the granulated Biotin root starter, and then some granulated sulfur to make sure that the soil acidity is high. Also, I read you could add 2 tablespoons of vinegar to 1 gallon of water to water your plants to raise the acid level of your soil. I don't know how that goes with strawberries, so I'll find out for you for sure. I just don't want it to change the taste of my strawberries. I love vinegar on my salads, and I even love I love strawberries on my salads, but I don't want vinegar tasting strawberries, so I'll let you know about that part. Also, I read that you don't want your strawberries competing for nutrients against sod. So a lot of places recommended you dig up the sod from the roots, uproot your grass, turn your soil over, amending it with your acid, amending it with compost, and then waiting a year. I'm too impatient. I'm really excited to get my strawberry patch growing. So last year I did that in my vegetable garden. Chances are the strawberry patch is going to be in the vegetable garden. But if you really want to practice patience, which is always a very good thing, I should be practicing my patience, I suggest digging up the soil, uprooting your sod, amending the soil with a good compost like Holy Cow Compost or your own if you've been a great composter. And then what you can do is put your strawberry plants in containers. Then in the containers, you could just buy acidic soil. You could buy strawberry soil. Plant them in the containers and put the containers on the actual dirt spot that you just dug up all the sod. And so technically they'll still be growing where you want your strawberry patch. And then, this time next year, your soil will be all the better for it. There'll be no grass seed because your containers will be keeping the grass from growing. So if you want to practice patience, that's one way I thought about doing it, but chances are I'm not going to do it that way. Okay, so what else? We talked about the different types of strawberries, the soil. Oh, the pretty little white flowers. I also read the first year, or at least for the first 2 months of the season that you first put your strawberries in, you want to actually pull those pretty little white flowers off. The white flowers are what's going to produce the fruit. Pulling off the flowers for the first 2 months up to a year is going to redirect all the nutrients back to the plant, and you're going to have a stronger, more healthier plant for the following years to come. and which you'll also have more berries. So we are going to do that for the first 2 months. And maybe I'll be able to do it for the whole entire season, but I'm really super excited. Maybe that'll be my way of practicing patience this season. Pulling all the pretty white flowers off my strawberry plants. We'll see. Another thing I thought about after I posted that last backyard critters, strawberries and grapes vlog was that the backyard critters are going to love to eat the strawberries. So my plan of action, you can buy netting to put over your strawberry patch, even over your trees. I'm not sure what trees I'm going to use that. I don't think I would put it on my grapevines, but my plan of action is actually to put chicken wire around my strawberry patch because the neighbor's dog sometimes comes to our yard. I do not want if that dog is selling. So I'm going to put some chicken wire around the strawberry patch, and then I might still use the bird netting on the top, but if I have enough chicken wire, I might just use twist ties and attach the chicken wire along the top as well to keep the birds and the neighbor's dog out of my strawberry patch. So that's what I learned. I am so excited to get my strawberries out there, although they've been in my house, which is really warm for the past couple days. So now I'm going to have to take a couple days and bring them out into the sun, bring them out into the garage to get them acclimated to the cold again. And also it's been really rainy, so I have to wait for some not so rainy day to get them out there. Although I have put stuff in the ground before in the rain for my absolute impatience and excitement. We don't want root rot. Not going to happen with these strawberries. So anyway, that's my info on strawberries. If you have info that I haven't covered, please feel free to leave it below in the comments. If you think I'm a crazy nut for being up in the middle of the night thinking about strawberries, you can leave that in the comments too. Just be nice, please, because I'm sensitive. And until next time, happy gardening.